One door is too close to none. He was explaining why starting with single family homes isn't the smartest move. His point was simple. If you buy a single family home and your tenant moves out, you're 100% vacant. That means you're stuck covering the entire mortgage and footing the bill for any repairs or make ready costs before the next tenant moves in. And if you're barely cash flowing $150 or $200 a month, one vacancy can wipe out your entire year's profit in an instant. On the other hand, if you buy a duplex, or better yet, a triplex or fourplex, you've got options. If one tenant moves out, you're still 50% or 75% occupied. You're not scrambling to cover the full mortgage. That just made sense to me, and it stuck. I realized that having multiple units not only spreads the risk, but also multiplies your net cash flow. More units means more income streams. This idea became real for me in 2019 when my wife and I bought our first duplex. At first, we played it safe. Both units were rented out to long-term tenants, which gave us steady, predictable cash flow. But when one side moved out, we decided to experiment. We furnished the vacant unit and listed it on Airbnb. That decision changed everything. Within weeks, we were cash flowing over $600 a week from just one side of the duplex. Before that, it was renting long-term for $1,450 a month. We were shocked. By switching to short-term rentals, we almost doubled our revenue while still having the security of the other unit's monthly rent, covering most of the mortgage. As we got more comfortable, we tried something new, renting out both units as a single listing. Groups coming to town loved having a full property to themselves, and the demand was off the charts. Families and large groups would much rather stay in one space together than to be scattered across multiple hotel rooms. It was an absolute game changer. That experience taught me that house hacking is so much more than just living in one unit of a multi-unit property and renting out the others. It's about rethinking the way we use single-family real estate by turning them into income-producing assets. It's about finding the highest and best use of a property and making it work for you, not the other way around. And let's be honest, home affordability in America is a serious problem. Wages have barely budged, but home prices have skyrocketed. Add rising interest rates and massive student loan debt, and home ownership feels out of reach for so many people in my generation. Sure, people like to say interest rates are low compared to historical levels, but here's what they're missing. Home prices aren't what they used to be either. A 10% interest rate on a $50,000 home is not the same as 10% on a $500,000 home. The numbers just